Good morning and welcome to MightyOxTrading. Happy Thursday. I hope everyone's had a great night and ready for a great day. Markets overnight hit all-time highs again on NQ and ES. I'm not sure about why I'm in chat on it. ES 64.44. No, 64.31. All the way up to 64.68, so 37 points in range. Pull back a little since Europe opened. And Q 686 all the way up to 845, about 160 points in range, 180 points in range. Also pulled back. Copper, huge drop, biggest drop ever on copper. Yesterday after a Trump announcement, we were trading at all-time highs, 5.83. It's dropped now down to 4.37, just an amazing drop. That was a $21,000 candle per contract yesterday. And today we got the big range, 33, 660 ticks. Ultra bond, about 3/4 of a point. Gold, about 40 points. Crude oil hit 70 before pulling back. It's just about a point. Natural gas, choppy. Bitcoin up to 118.3. Let's pull back a bit. And that's where we sit standard, whatever body posture you're choosing to take on this beautiful Thursday morning. Mornings are. How is Europe? For news coming up, we have U.S. unemployment claims and U.S. core PCE price index at 8:30, so just under half an hour. Nice. The FOMC kept the interest rates the same as we expected. We get to see where we go from here. A little NQ bounce. It was quite the move on copper yesterday. Crypticon, good morning. How are you today? Sounds like it's breakfast time. Lots of sales end tonight, including that Bolinox, 91% off. And Take Profit Trader just announced a new sale. It's the same sale, but they've added something to it, right? So now it's 40% off, no setup fees, and they will refund your evaluation fee on your first payout. Nice little pop here on NQ. Yeah, it's a nice pop on NQ here. News in 20 minutes. Yeah, that's a big pop there. I love it when you call me big pop. Pop. Oh, sorry. Crypticon, you still doing carnivore? Broke carnivore yesterday. Yawn. Sounds like it. I do alternate day fastings, but I make sure I eat enough on my eating days that I usually don't feel too hungry on my fasting days. Like yesterday, I had a dozen eggs. I had several pieces of cheese. I had half a pound of bacon, and I had a ribeye. We'll pull back here on NQ. Gold's kind of just choppy. Bitcoin trying to head up. I should have taken this short here for a quick 5 points. Oops. French toast sounds good. I think the market's waiting for news coming up in about 10 minutes. Start spreading the news. We're trading today. I want to be a part of it. NQ, NQ. think Q's still trying to dribble down. All right, I'm bored so far. Nice pop there again on NQ after a little glitter pullback. Just a tiny pullback. Nice little pop here as news coming up. Y'all quiet. Morning, JC. How are you? Doing all right. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how I want to talk about all that. Working on that. I'm gonna figure something out this weekend. You have a great memory, JC. uh, I finished under $100 red yesterday. There's our news. PCE comes in just about in line. Consumer spending a little bit under. I don't see jobless claims. Jobless claims 218. Forecast is 223, so not bad off. And now we're coming down. Not a sustained move down. It's kind of choppy. No, good morning, Ron. How are you? Yeah, nothing was that far out of line that the market really had any type of major reaction to it. How's trading been, Ron? You haven't talked a lot lately. Oh, that's awesome, Ron. Let me know how long it takes TickTick to pay you. I've been kind of monitoring what they've been doing. And Q trying to pop up here, I guess.
Order submitted.
Took a long. I'm late, as usual. And I'm not going to go for a lot here. I'm going to go for the top of that news candle wick. See if we can get anything here. Oh, it's pulling back on me. There it goes. There it goes. Come on, push. Come on. How much struggling at 806. It's been a much better trade if I hadn't gotten in late. Damn it. Comes back to me. Morning, Amelia.
Order filled.
Damn it. Stop me out. Hey, John. Morning. Morning, RJ.
Order submitted.
Okay, we'll try to short. I did, Ron. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. I don't know why he's there. Good morning, Robin. Awesome, Ron. Thank you. If I'll kick him then. Ah, man, really? Oh my. Two ticks from my target, and it pops back up to my entry. Now it's a frickin' blue candle. Come back down.
Order filled.
Bastard. John, the Phillies acquired Duran from the Twins last night. Q just popping right back up. We are about 7 minutes from the top of the hour. Who got Suarez? I didn't see any head. I haven't checked headlines yet. Oh, Mariners. That's right. Yeah, never mind. I did see that. Just gotta blow up the farm system and make sure we're terrible for the next 10 years. I guess whatever companies reported after the bell yesterday was good news because the move started before the hour break and kept going. Yeah, it's hard to believe that JP Morgan Chase is now involved with crypto after Jamie Dimon's absolute railing against crypto for years. Today we have Apple and Amazon after the bell.
Order filled. Order filled.
Fuck you. That'll save you some time. Watching NQ, watching gold. Gold's been terribly choppy as well. Gold pushes down. Absolutely yucky, though. I mean, taking the blue candles, which is what I should have been doing, would have maybe provided something. But, yeah. About 25 minutes till the bell. Hey, USC, how you doing? Are they gonna fix your 3 key as well? Still choppy. Oh, okay. I got you. This is some ugly price action right now. Hopefully it gets better after the bail. Yeah, that was I mean a historic drop on copper yesterday. Continue pushing down. Now NQ's starting to lose a little bit. About 11 minutes till the bell. NQ finally breaks the tight range it was in. Still in range, but slight move down here. Nice little move down here finally. Down to 779. Gold sitting at 33.61. Crude oil bounced at its open. ES trying to bounce up here. Dow showing a little bit of life. Copper showing a little bit of life. closing the chat window. There it is. Hey Ace, how you doing? There's a little pop on NQ. Another move down after it tried to pop a little bit. ES follows. I don't know why, but I'm in a terrible mood today, and I don't know, I have no clue why. So we're gonna go into the bell with the market falling. So the Dow's popping. swing tradings are?
Two minutes till the bell.
Nice. A big fall here. Wow. Quite the dip. Dip, 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 dip. Down 30 points. Just sell and off. Wow, 50 points. $70 points. $82 points. Microsoft jumps 8.2% to surpass $4 trillion in market value. Keep trying to pop. Trying to type like the Europeans, adding U's to all the words. Speaking of Europeans, hello, Emar.
Order filled. Order filled.
We're long. If we're long, we're wrong. It looks like we're wrong. Oh my God, damn it. Really? Get back up there. Right now. Where's my stop? Why didn't... Okay, I have no ATM on that. Why? That was scary. That's...
Order submitted.
Ah.
Order filled. Order submitted. Order filled.
Oh, I just totally screwed up my funded accounts. Screw this. I hate trading. PMI caused the dump there again. Good call by John. Q down to 621. Blue candle trying to pop. Long
Order
off the blue
submitted.
candle.
Order filled.
Target hit. 638 to 655, almost an 18-point trade. Unfortunately, I turned off my funded accounts and just went to evals, so I did not recover anything on the fundeds. Fundeds are down 718 bucks. No, 788 bucks and 792 bucks. But figured it was best if I turned those off. Somehow in the last day or so, I've reverted back to old habits of trying to fight trends. I did it last night. Now again, these were only an evals. I took 4 shorts during that uptrend, thinking we had to be coming down. That was a problem I used to always have, and it was a problem I pretty much got over. And I just wasn't waiting for the right confirmations, and I just did the same thing now this morning. First green candle there I saw, and I tried the long, and obviously that didn't work out. And then it did the same thing, again, and that didn't work out. Just, I just frustrated because I want freaking momentum finally in my direction. I'm tired of the struggle. It's not. It's not even a. It's not like it's a financial struggle. I don't mean financially. I'm fine there. I just mean the mental toll this takes of having a couple of good days and thinking you finally figured something out, and then just totally losing it. This blue candle is totally better than that blue candle. Why? This blue candle, the RSI line was over the signal line. Here it was under. But even here, if I didn't take the full stop, if I just got out of the first red candle, and I don't know, I just been in an overall sour mood the last 24 hours or so. It's a beautiful move back up here. Could have been a 50-point move if, I had waited for the right entry. It's been a long time since I've totally lost it here on stream, and I apologize. Dow's heading up nicely now. ES, beautiful rebound from that fall. I mean, it's only gained about half, man, maybe not even half, about 33%. Wait a minute, is that a real name of a is that a real name of a town? She's obviously coming for the group hug. You know, maybe it's just the day. Today is 5 years since I got released from the rehab after my amputation. And while I have accomplished a whole hell of a lot since then, you know, totally changed my life, my financial picture, that type of thing. I feel like over the last few months, I've gotten stagnant in that, you know, my income was continuing to go up each month. That's stagnated, which, I mean, if it stagnates here, that's still a very comfortable, you know, where I'm at. But it's just like I've spent so much time in my life not wanting more, being very content with what was even a bad situation, that now it's like I have these bigger dreams and I feel like I'm stagnating, and my concentration level on non-trading stuff has been down. It just feels like an overall rut. And seeing the trading progress, I feel like it's the trading progress that now needs to happen to get me out of that rut. I've kind of leveled off everything I can do. Well, I shouldn't say that. Obviously, there's much bigger affiliates than me and all that. There's, I, you know, that could be improved upon, but it's not where my passion totally lies. I mean, I enjoy being an affiliate. I enjoy doing what I do, but I feel like it's the trading that's going to take me to the next step in my life, and the dreams I've allowed myself to start dreaming. And I think maybe just realizing, you know, 5 years, a bunch of which were wasted, is just wearing on me. Yeah, I mean, it's the step that I feel I need to move up to, some of the bigger dreams I have. Being an affiliate is great, but you feel like that could go away at any time if some sort of regulations hit or more firms just decide to go the way of topstep. And it also seems to make people go crazy, aka CFT, aka the affiliates that I had to absolutely launch a can of whoop ass in last night on the Discord and the hidden affiliate channel because they're constantly attacking one another. Yeah. JMU and Trade Cage going at it. And they all snipe at one another, and they're making everybody look bad on Twitter. They're making affiliates overall look bad on Twitter, and then they bring it to my Discord, and I finally had enough. Oh no, there's actually two different affiliate channels: a broad one, and then one that only has like three affiliates in it. The only people that have absolute global access are the admins of the Discord. And we also have uh, a channel just for the admins. Watch out for the trapdoor TO that leads back to the FTT hidden basement. Oh, you guys are very special, that's for sure. Well, actually, unknown can come if he that's not just from a channel. If he links something from somebody else's Discord, like a company Discord that you're not a member of, that'll come up unknown. That's usually what Greg does. Big blue candle here. It's 25 points. That's why I usually won't forward stuff from other Discords. I'll take a screenshot instead. Actually, I'm working on becoming smaller. The weight loss is another thing I'm working on. No, no, I know what you mean, Mr. I try. I try very hard to focus on the positive. So, JC asked earlier, I had mentioned about the Mighty Ox meetup and how the challenges of that and how, I see things going with that. And I know that's something that we've talked about now for a couple years. And I was trying to figure out the best way to address my challenges on this. And I mean, I don't know. Publicly, 100% public may not be the best way, but let's. I'm just gonna put it out there. Um, oh yeah, no, I know that USC, and I'm very very thankful for where I'm at right now. I don't want to ever give the impression that I'm not. But so here is the non-trading struggles I face that I am trying now also to address after basically letting them go for many years. As I said, this is the 5-year anniversary since I got out of the rehab. Um, I have not left my house since that day, 5 years ago. I have steps on the front porch that because of my weight and because of the leg, I can't do. And I could, I need to get either the steps fixed or some sort of ramp system, which I can afford to do now. I just continue to, I have no idea how to go about doing that, honestly. He doesn't know how to read a room, does he? I'm going to shut up now because... So that is the major thing about um, the major challenge there. So here's the thing, as I've as you've noticed when I've whether on my baseball card channel or when I've occasionally show my face here, I never show myself pretty much below my neck or shoulders. I've talked about my weight issues and my food issues. And here's the sad fact. I weigh 475 pounds. And that's the hardest thing I've ever admitted. That's down. I mean, I'm probably actually lower than that now because I've been working so hard at it. But at one point in my life, and this was way in the distant past, I was probably over 600 pounds. The highest weight I've ever seen myself weighed at was 541, and that was like 19 years ago. So the mobility issues that I have are more weight than leg. I use a walker to walk around the house. And this is why I've continued to put off the whole Mighty Ox meetup. How JC there wanted to, at one point, come down here and see, because he does this, I guess he used to do this kind of stuff or does this kind of stuff, wanted to try and fix my steps. And I ended up finding excuses not to, just because I didn't want anyone to see me. Chase once talked about when he was driving through, stopping in and coming on live and trading with me, and I made sure that didn't happen. But I am working hard now to lose the weight to deal with the food addiction, and these are all challenges that I'm struggling with at the same time. And the thing is, as you all know, my mom passed away 2 months ago or so. And the reality is that while she was alive, I didn't try hard to do much in the way of change, because she needed me. She couldn't handle being alone, so I knew that the prison I put myself in was there because, even if I decided to go away for a weekend, I would not have known how to handle things with her. So I kind of gave up on even worrying about trying to change. Even, I tried at times, but it wasn't, and plus the fact that, like, this whole fasting thing I'm doing now, my mom thought I was going to collapse and end up in a hospital if I went 12 hours without food. And so these are all the changes I'm making now. And it's kind of, trying to do this all at once because, let's face it, I'm 50 years old. And hell, a lot of people don't even make it to my age at this size. So not only do I feel like I'm on a clock of getting my health reformed, but I'm on a clock to actually accomplish bigger things in life. Because it's not like I'm 20. It's not like I have my whole life before me. So I think all these things start weighing on me, and I have 2 very successful days after I switch over to trading funded accounts, and then I just have today. So this is me. This is my struggle. I want to do that meetup so bad. I feel like I have so many friends. You have all helped me so much, more than you know. If I hadn't started MightyOxTrading, and I still have no freaking clue why I started MightyOxTrading, I'm an introvert, 100%. But I did. But if I hadn't, I don't even know if I'll still be alive, because I've dealt with suicidal thoughts. A month after I came home from the rehab, I had a lethal dose, which should have been a lethal dose of opioids in my hand, because even though I was no longer taking the opioids, the nursing home sent everything they had home with me, stupidly. And the only thing that kept me from taking those that day was because I did a Google search that said one person survived, was totally messed up, but they survived with that dosage. And there's been times throughout this trading journey that those thoughts have still permeated. Now it hasn't been any time recently; those have gone away. But you know, this community has helped me so much. Not just from using my links and buying evals and all that, but just being there and the support. And I consider you all very good friends. So I want to make this thing happen, and I want to get healthy, and I want more out of life, and still believe, beyond the health and weight stuff, financially trading, I can do this, and it's going to be lead to so much more beyond what I have now. So I think just you know the setback today on this day, that's the 5th anniversary of getting out of the nursing home, feeling like the first 2 or 3 years of that, since I got out, I was wasted, you know, on and off of carnivore, on and off of trying and not trying, all that. It just, the whole day is kind of weighing on me. So that's the struggles, and why I have not yet ever committed to a date and a time with the meetup, or a date and a place and all that. And that's who I am, and that's where I'm at. The demons I fight with food, especially, which I've been mostly winning at this point for the last couple months. I've had a couple of days where I slipped up, but it's working. So I don't know what else I've to say. I was thinking about how I wanted to present all this, and I was gonna actually just do a video that was kind of like just for people who wanted to see it, but now I just decided to go all public with it. And I know there's gonna be probably somebody that hears about this and tries to use it against me, a sage or a, I don't know, someone else negative in the space. But I'm not sure I care about that anymore. And Q coming down could not sustain that move up. So that's where we're at, or where I'm at. I hope you really mean an actual pineapple and that wasn't a euphemism. Thank you guys for listening. Oh, I know you are. I know everybody here is. I never thought any of you would judge me. Absolutely, you know. By the way, that also, sometimes people ask me why I choose specific firms over others. Like, why don't I have a futures desk account when I talk about them so highly, etc. Well, the truth of the matter is, my ID expired 2 years ago, and I need to go to the DMV to get it renewed. So any place that requires a new KYC or KYC to get paid, I can't use, or I can't be put into a live brokerage account because I don't have a current fixture ID. There would have been if Well, yeah. I mean, I could have if I had a doctor's note, but I haven't seen a doctor either in the last 5 years. And I mean, I don't really want to see a doctor either. Um, so without a doctor's note, no. And the thing was, if they had sent me the renewal form, it wouldn't have been a problem. But they sent my renewal form to my old address, so I didn't get it in time. And because I didn't have the renewal form, then it ended up a whole bunch of stupid stuff. It's next month. It'll be 2 years, Hassan. I live in a city. I mean, I know Hall of Illinois seems like it's the country. I live in a city, and I don't know if there's. No, Illinois, it's 1 year. After 1 year of your ID being expired, you need to not only come in with your old ID, but you need to come in with your birth certificate, your social security card, and a proof of address. There's house call visits, MR, are actually starting to increase again in the United States, but up until recently, didn't hear much about house calls. No, no such luck in Illinois. So that's the first real challenge I'm working on of getting out of this house. Yeah, they probably did, but he also probably just prescribed moonshine for any aches and pains. I've never had a passport. Uh, wouldn't I have to go someplace to get a picture taken, Hassan? I mean, I'm almost thinking I would need to show ID to get a passport. Now, I will say, by the way, that there are some props that have worked with me on this whole ID thing. And actually, the biggest surprise on the whole ID thing was Rise Works. I sent a message into Rise explaining the situation, and they approved me, even with the expired license, expired ID. Lucid was fine with. They said they'll waive the KYC. Apex did the same thing, but Wise, not Rise, Wise, they won't. So I can't get paid through Wise. Dark web. I've never transversed the dark web, so I don't know about it. Honestly, though, I mean, the thing with my steps is it's the frickin' top step, not top step, the uh, not company. Ironically, it's that's the only real steep one, and like able-bodied people sometimes struggle with that step. I'll check that out, Hassan. Good news, I got my ID. Good news, it's a bad news, it's a prison ID. Obviously, Tio has not yet found Intercourse, Pennsylvania. And Q looking like it may want to pop here. I only have one cat. And let's order more mousetraps. Oh yeah, the stray. Oh yeah, the strays. That's right. I need to figure out how to catch those damn strays. Okay. That's okay, Hassan. I appreciate you, thinking about it and checking on it. Don't think the cat would like to pet snake, but that would be an option. You haven't seen the size of my cat. He's not fast. Yeah, I mean, I think I just need to get to the DMV. You know, I have all the documents I need. I just need to get there. I hate doctors. I really do. I mean, don't get me wrong. The doctors that I dealt with when I was in the hospital for the amputation, they were wonderful. But too many are tied to the medical establishment and don't can't they aren't willing to think anything that they're not taught by their medical system because they're so afraid of um, litigation and all that. So I do have a doctor type thing I want to try eventually. It's called Rivero. It's started by a doctor who is a carnivore himself and believes in low carb carnivore lifestyle, which is hard to find with doctors. And but even that, you need to get out of the hospital, get blood work done, and all that. So that's a thought. Mr. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I could get Ozempic if I wanted to pay for it. Um, TeleRx is a online pharmacy. and you can. I've prescribed myself glipizide. I prescribed myself lisinopril through them. Um, I mean, they will approve the prescription. A doctor will look at it, so on and so forth. If I wanted to pay $1,400 a month for Ozempic, it's a thought. If the carnivore doesn't work, the carnivore seems to be working. You know, I'm actually ordering a tailor's tape so I can start doing measurements of my body, not those kind of measurements, Tio, and see where the progress is and all that. The problem with Ozempic for a few months is a lot of people, once they go off Ozempic, they find that it rebounds. I actually tried Hims and I went through their little thing and they recommended something different instead of a GLP-1. Now, there's ways I could also get cheaper GLP-1, but I don't know how to, like, you can get the peptides, the GLP-1 peptides, just by saying you're a researcher. But I don't know how to, like, draw fluid out of a bottle and inject myself. So yeah, if this whole carnivore thing and really trying, you got to understand, like I said, I love my mother, but she hated carnivore. She hated keto, which ironically, if she had gone on either of those, probably would have extended her life. But, she was big into animals, so she didn't really, I mean, she ate meat, but she really didn't like to eat meat. And she would make me feel guilty. She would encourage me to eat carbs, etc. And being the food addict, it was hard for me to turn it down. Now there's no carbs in this house. I can't eat carbs because there's nothing in this house that's carbish. There's no carb temptations. There's really the only thing I have to snack on if I decide I want to snack, which I really don't do anymore, is cheese. Everything else needs to be cooked. So I actually have to sit down, plug in the frying pan, get the stuff, cook it up, and then eat it. Right, but here's my problem with MR. Here's my problem with cheese. That's still a trigger for me. I could sit down, go to the fridge, grab a pack of cheese, and first of all, I need to switch to healthier cheese instead of American cheese. But before I know it, I could eat a half a pack of cheese. You got to understand my food addiction that I try hard to be, and I've heard that carnivore can really help that. There was probably days in my long past that I consumed 20,000 calories in a day. The day before I was diagnosed as a diabetic, I downed 4 2-liters of regular full sugar soda. Um, and even now, there's been probably times around the holidays this past year that I probably ended up at 8,000 calories. So cheese, cheese is a trigger for me. So if I start eating it, I tend to not stop, at least at a good, so that's, I'm probably going to be getting rid of the American cheese and switching to, cheddar and buying less of it. My goal is mainly just to use a few pieces on my eggs. But yeah, I have considered the Ozempic. I've considered the new one that hasn't come out yet, which is Reta Reta Retritide. But I want to see if I can do it without those first. This is why I'm now doing alternate day fasting. And I'm actually going to do starting next week, I'm going to do an egg fast for 1 to 2 weeks. No, I don't eat nuts. Again, nuts are things that when I do have them, I tend to just go through the whole jar. That's why I'm sticking. Right now, my diet is eggs, cheese, butter, ribeyes, bacon, and ground beef. Oh, and sardines. I eat sardines to get the omega 3s. I've done 48 hours, 7 days. I I might try it at some point in time. I got to build up to that. Um, the thing is, though, it's not. I don't feel hungry. Oftentimes, I don't feel hungry when I eat. That's the problem. I eat when I'm not hungry. I'll eat when I'm bored or whatever. So, that's why it's good that now almost everything I have, besides the cheese, I have to cook. The problem with longer fasts is, 7 days can be done safely, but anything after 48 hours or 70, I think it's 72 hours, you start risk losing muscle as well. And I don't want to lose any muscle. I want to continue. So that's why I'm doing the alternate day fasting. Basically, it's, a 12-hour eating window every other day, and then you're fasting. I'm fasting for 36 hours. And, that's supposed to really, help. It gets autophagy going, gets, ketosis. Oh, big move down here on NQ. It's a 30-point candle. They can, as long as you're giving them enough protein otherwise. And that's why I like 36 hours, because load up on protein. Like I said, today's a fasting day for me. I won't eat today. But yesterday I had a dozen of eggs and I had a ribeye and I had a half a pound of bacon. I really believe. Uh, I would appreciate that, Hassan. I will take you up on that if nothing else works. um, I really believe because it's easier for the bigger you are, the easier it is to lose weight at the start. I really believe if I can stick with this through the end of the year, I could drop 100 pounds. I do need to start exercise. My goal is to start, my walking the house for about a half an hour a day, and I do have some dumbbells. Start working out. If I don't feed the cat will shank you, Hassan. I've actually ordered a red light therapy thingy to start using. My one of my bigger goals is actually to eventually be able to maybe try and find a personal trainer that has some. It also has some crossover experience as a physical therapist type of thing because like I said, I walk with a walker and I want to ditch that. Now I do have a from my amputation and sloppiness at the rehab. I do have what's called contracture, which means my leg does not totally straighten out. The fake leg. I mean, my knee doesn't. So that's a little bit of an issue as well. I was thinking that, RJ. I'm just, I'm the other thing I'm frustrated at, you know, the, with being, with the mobility challenges, anytime I got to do something, it takes me 2 to 3 times as long as it would take somebody else. I scoot around the kitchen in a kitchen chair, you know, because I can't carry anything while holding onto the walker. Now my walker has a basket on it, etc., so I can put some small stuff in there. But like, all that. That's why, when I talked about building this whole setup, I said about putting the frying pan and the mini fridge and all that, because it's not that I'm lazy. It's not that I mind getting up to get stuff. It's that I lose so much time having to do things the way I have to do it that it just, it sucks that I lose all this time and doing stuff that would take, something that takes most people 5 minutes takes me 15 or whatever. And, you know, oh, MR, if you saw my supplement stack, you would be absolutely amazed. So here's the thing. Doctors, they're not usually um that big on supplements. But when I had the infection that led to my amputation, the doctors actually said that the supplements that I was taking, because I've spent hours researching supplements, probably actually helped save my life. Give me 1 second here. It's probably a bad background. Put this into place. I was going to take this bounce here quickly on NQ, but I missed it. I was late, as usual. Oh wait, it's come back. Maybe it was better I didn't take it. Getting out of here in a minute or two. Let me just see what this does in the next minute. See if a 3-minute gives me a signal or not. Okay.
Order submitted.
Long. I don't think you do. You see that? Yeah, you do see the. Okay. There we go. Oh. Out for a
Order
9.
failed.
It ended up. Oh wow! It only ended up being 7 points, but 7.5 points. So on the Bow and Ox evals that I bought just today, I ended up being up 200. Anyway, between 175 and $200. I was copy trading 11 of those, and I brought the one Apex eval back to being only down 576, and the one Tradify 603. The funded accounts are down about 790, but we'll go back to those tomorrow. So I do want to thank everyone for joining me today. Appreciate you all listening and being here. Hope everyone has a great rest of your day, and we'll be back tomorrow at 8 a.m. Bye all.